Hello everybody, it's Christine. It's time for scrapbook process video. And what I've got is the last little baby bits of a scrap room flavors of the month that I believe was from November. All I have is a single piece of craft cardstock. And then this piece here, it was from Carta Bella at home. And I've got these little piece and this little piece. And then I have kind of this basket weavy piece with some green. I think I'm gonna stick with the basket weave. And then this gorgeous floral with a navy blue. And then, of course, a couple of scraps here. And then I do have a lot of the stickers left. I've got these little washi pieces here. And oh, that's kind of pretty, guys. It's got little butterflies, little scallop borders, things like that. And then these stickers here, which is basically like gather at home, home's not a place. It's all about kind of home stuff, right? And so what I thought to do was to do one of my before and afters for the new house here. So this was the listing photo. I'm going to be honest with you guys. They added a filter. This was a very yellow room. Like, not sunflower yellow. That's too dark of a gold or whatever. Well, you can kind of almost see that the filter was applied. Because this is not, there's no filter applied here. I just took this morning. And that's the kitchen cabinet colors that I am going to be painting, by the way. And you see how much warmer these are? So they definitely added a filter here. Otherwise, you know, you can kind of see the design and the different things they did. And then this is how we have it today. There's no light on, only because when I turn this light on, it tends to like create light shine on the photo. So I left it off and it's just daytime. And we went in with like a softer, bone-ish color, I guess, if you want to call it that. I forget the name of it now. I picked it, but I don't remember the name of it. And so this is just our dining room now. So I thought it'd be nice to do like a before and after with my little thing here. Now I do have some enamel dots. And then these little foam stickers, which is not from this collection, but the colors kind of go. So I'll see if I can't use these because I do kind of like the puffy thickness of it, the foam stickers. So that's what I'm starting with. I don't have a design or anything figured out at all. So maybe I'll think on this. I'll think on this just a moment, and then I'll come back once I have figured things. I don't have to use just these whole sheets, obviously. I can cut them. So let me think on it, and I'll be back in a second. All right, you guys, I'm going to have to apologize in advance because normally I put my little Tim Holtz glass mat on my desk so I know where to stay in my work zone. And y'all, I just got to working and I just completely forgot to put it up there. So if little parts, I should say little parts, there's parts of this video where the top of my layout's going to kind of ooch up. I don't think anything really important happens when that's like that, but just so you know, I feel bad. I'm sorry. So what I decided to do is I have a little basket weave. I make a kind of a long, like the 12-inch strip, and I think I make it 5.5 inches wide. And then I decided to make a little square frame. I did find a layout on Pinterest that was inspiring me, but you guys, if you don't hit save on your pen and your iPad times out and you have to go back in, my friggin' Pinterest does not keep it. So I was looking at it in the very beginning and I saw the little frame like this. And then it timed out on me because I wasn't like looking. And then, of course, when I went back, it was gone. And I have no idea where it was. So my sincere apologies. If you happen to recognize this as a design that you came up with, I will not get hurt feelings if you say, hey, Christine, that was mine. Please give me credit. Happy to do it. I'm never intentionally stealing anybody's work. So I'm just clumsy and forgetful. So it's not malicious. So I've got the little frame. I started to use this floral in the middle because I really, really love the little floral. But I'm going to actually ultimately flip it over. I'm trying to make sure about how wide or how tall it needs to be. I knew I had cut the square. By the way, I did cut the frame. The outside dimension is 8 by 8. And then I cut a little 1/2 inch, frame portion. And so this square on the inside is 7 inches. And I really love that floral, but it's not going to work eventually because, I don't know, I just felt like my pictures were getting lost. So I will flip it over to the navy blue, but I will actually, I have another little sheet of that floral. I shouldn't say sheet. I have another little piece of the floral off to the side. And so I'm going to actually end up fussy cutting some of the flowers out and I'll use those. So I've got these two pictures here. I was contemplating, do I keep them on a single sheet of cardstock or do I separate them? And I decided to separate them because I will kind of do a little wonk and overlap. So you'll see that. And I really wanted to use these washi strips, you guys. I was trying to think of a way, how can I make this work? Unfortunately, the way I cut the frame was almost basically the width of the washies. And I thought, okay, well, I can't really layer those behind. That's not going to look right. So I only end up using one of the little washi strips, you guys. And I just realized one of them moved. I'm not even sure in my picture if you're going to see how it had. So I hope I'll have to fix that. But I'm going to set that aside and come back to that because I couldn't get it where I thought maybe it would work. But here's where I decided to flip that one piece over to the navy blue. I actually used the navy blue on the last layout I used this collection on. I love that navy blue. There's not enough navy blue in scrapbooking, and so maybe that's why I decided to use it. So I've kind of got this little bit here built, and then I'm going to do this. I'm going to kind of wonk these just because they look kind of scrapbooky to me, like the old-time style scrapbooks, and people just kind of pasted their photos in or whatever. I thought it looked kind of neat, so I'm going to do that. And then I think I'm going to go off camera in just a moment. I think I'll glue all this stuff down, and then I'll go off because I do need to fussy cut those flowers. I think I kind of show you that before I go off and fussy cut. And then I do run off into my stash as well because even with the fussy cut and even with the stickers, oh, I know what I do next, actually. I'm going to go through the stickers and kind of build my clusters, or at least the beginning of my clusters. But I do put the after picture here up on foam just to bring more attention to it. And then, yeah, I'll run off into my stash because I kind of go, I need a little something else. I have the little florals, but I just wanted something else. Oh, look, now I'm back on camera. Here's me looking at these washi tapes again, and I'm like, okay, can I do something with these? But I didn't really want to take away from the square, the very much, like it's very framed out, and I kind of liked it, and I didn't want to mess with having that get distracted with too much noise of these washi tapes. So this is where I think... Nope, I'm going to build the clusters first. And also the other thing I kind of didn't do, I did not pull in the very green stickers. I didn't really have any green in the florals or in the papers that I got going on here. Now, when I cut the florals out, there's a little bit. But I didn't like how that looked. I thought that was taken away from the color palette. So I'm going to end up with these more like navies and peaches and orangey colors. And I kind of focused on the stickers that talked about home and family and stuff. There was... I felt like there was one or two others that were kind of iffy, but I almost didn't put the family one down because there's not really anything about family per se in these photos, but I do like the color, so I stuck with it. I went ahead and used it. So I'm going to kind of stick these down. I will go off to glue them down. I will put foam up underneath Good Vibes Only and kind of the edge of the Gather at Home. And then here's where I am going to use a little washi, little scallop piece. It's just kind of to bring attention, I guess, to the photos. So, yeah, this is the piece right here, by the way. I forget to glue it down. And so hopefully, and I can't swear on it because I haven't looked at the very end of the video here yet. It kind of shifted on me, and I was just sitting here looking at it, and I was like, oh, shoot, I got to glue that down. So if you notice that it slipped and shifted and all that kind of stuff, just know that I do fix that. So I've got that. You can see my stash stuff in the upper left corner there. I pulled out some wood veneer leaves, and honestly, it's kind of a fallish thing or whatever, but I thought, well, I got all these little florals. It'll work. I'm going to make it work. And then there's a little foam sticker that says Home Sweet Home. I went ahead and used it because I thought the green that framed that Home Sweet Home kind of goes with the green that's in the florals, even though I told you I didn't want to use green, but it's kind of a tealish green, so I thought it worked. Here's the little flowers I did fussy cut out of that one sheet of paper that I had the little bit of florals on. And I messed with that for just a second, organizing things. And... here's where I think where I pull the leaves, and I just start kind of organizing these two. I put 3 of these little wooden leaves in each of the 2 clusters. Y'all, one of my favorite designs is this diagonal. I don't know what it is about it, but I will go to a diagonal almost, I don't know, 75% of the time. I just love a diagonal where your clusters or your photos or whatever are kind of coming from top right or, across the page like in a diagonal up or down. And let's see, what have I got going on here? I guess I'm just putting these leaves. You guys, I woke up this morning and I had such vertigo. I don't recall ever having that before. Technically, I went to bed with it last night. I was getting ready for bed, we were up, it's about 8. I usually go to bed pretty early, but even this night I was like, I'm tired. So it's like 10 after 8. I go to the bed. I lay down and my head starts swimming. Like I felt drunk, but not in a good way. I woke up in the restroom, go to the restroom in the middle of the night. I was still dizzy. And then I woke up this morning and holy cow, my head was just swimming and swimming. So I feel a little off today. My daughter was Googling it and she says, well, Mama, make sure you lay down and rest and try to stay off the computer screens. I did get up and do some work on the computer for just a little bit for work. And I may just tell my boss I'm going to have to sign off because I almost can't stay. I've taken my glasses off too, you guys. I'm not wearing my glasses because it just made me really funny in the head. I'm just cloudy. So if I sound weird or off, that is my issue. I am dizzy. Something's weirdly going on here. My daughter did go get me a chai tea latte, so that was nice. I've gone ahead and put the flowers, and I've gone ahead and put the wooden leaves, and I'm putting enamel dots. There came with a whole big old nice strip of enamel dots. I've also added the words before and after with some Studio Calico letters on my photos, and I think that looked really cute. And that is all I'm going to do layout, you guys. I think it turned out cute, and I did use up the last of that collection there. I'm going to go over to my stuff over there and see what I have next, and you guys have a lovely day. Try and stay cool if you're in the hot weather, and if you're in the cold weather, try and get warm. It's hot here, so I'm trying to stay cool. Have a wonderful day, and we'll talk to you next time. Bye.